Hi guys, this is me Kong again. Today I am with the second exercise of chapter number 4, that is quadratic equation of class 10th. So we are done with chapter, exercise first of this particular chapter. In case if you have missed that video, you can definitely go and watch that video. I will leave the link in the description down below. So today we will start and try to finish the exercise as much as possible. So let's go ahead and start with question number 1. In this particular exercise, we will be talking about a particular method that is known as factorization. So let's start the first question. So if I see question number 1 here, it says find the roots of the following quadratic equations by the method of factorization. So in the questions which we will just solve, we have to follow a particular method, that is the method of factorization. I will show you how to do that. First question, first part is as follows. It says x squared minus 3x minus 10. X squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation which we learnt in our last exercise, that if the highest power is 2, it means it is a quadratic equation. Now we are solving this by the method of factorization. So when we are talking about factorization, what does that mean? We need to look this one. So what we are going to do, we are going to split the middle term. Split the middle term. In what manner? That's important. What I need to do is I need to split this middle term in such a way that the plus or minus, if we add them or if we subtract them, it should come up as this, and if we multiply those two terms, it should be this. So for example, if I write here as x squared minus 5x plus 3x, 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. So see what I did. I have actually bifurcated this particular 3x into 2. So what does this mean? It means 5x and 2x. 5x is negative and 2x is positive. The bigger one is the negative one. So 5x minus 2x, it becomes minus 3x. And then if I multiply 5 with 2, it is 10. So this is how it is to be done. And one more thing you need to remember is we should, if there is something here with x squared, it has to be multiplied. Here also we are multiplying. Here with x squared we have a 1, so it doesn't matter. So in next part we will see that. So now we are done with half of it. Now what we are going to do, we are going to take things common from this. So I can see very clearly that I have x common in these two terms. So what is left? It is x minus 5. Then here I will take 2 common, then I have x minus 5 equals to 0. See, if I multiply this, it will come back like this term. So it is x into x, x squared, minus, then x into 5, 5x, then plus 2 into x is 2x, plus into minus is minus, that is 2, 5, 10. So now one more important thing you need to remember while you are doing this particular method. Whatever is in this bracket, you need to have the same in this bracket. If the brackets are same, it means you are on the right way. So now what I will do, I will take this and this, I will keep them in one bracket. These two are identical, so I'll just keep one of them, right? So now I have x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 5 equals to 10. Now either x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 5 is equal to 0. So what does this mean? It is x is equal to positive 2, it goes that side as negative 2. Then I have x is equal to negative 5 goes that side as positive 5. So these are the two answers of this particular term. or this particular equation. I hope you understood this. Simple. You need to follow the method of factorization. This is the factorization what we did. We just splitted the term, middle term, and in the middle term we just have to make sure two things. One, the addition or subtraction of these two terms should be this, and the multiplication of these two terms should be this multiplied by this. All right, so this is what is satisfied here, and then rest is pretty simple. So this finishes part number first of this particular exercise. I'll move to part number 2. If you want to make a note of it, you can definitely pause the video and make a note of it. So let's move to part number 2 of this particular exercise. The part number 2 says 2x squared plus x minus 6. 2x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. We will follow the same pattern what we just did. So what we are going to do, by the method of factorization. So this is a typical quadratic equation, and in this we will see this multiplied by this as well, right? Because we have a 2 here. So now what I am actually supposed to do, I'm supposed to split this x into 2 terms. So to see how we will do it, first of all, this is 2 multiplied by 6, that is 12. Now I'll write 2x squared then plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. So if you see, 4 multiplied by 3 becomes 12, then 4x minus 3x becomes single x, and that's what it is. I hope you understood this. It is 6 multiplied by 2 first. So what is 6 multiplied by 2? That is 12. Now we have to split this term, and the multiply should be 12. Addition or subtraction, it is your choice. It should be x. So addition is not possible because this is just x, so we have to do the subtraction. So 4 minus 3 is 1, and 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Now let's take the things common. So here I can see 2 and x common. Now what is left? We have an x here, then another 2. Here I will take 3 common, then we have an x here plus 2. Don't get confused that I have a plus here, whereas here there is a minus, because if we multiply this negative with this positive, it becomes negative. So again, this bracket and this bracket, they are both identical, so we are right. So now I will take this and this, keep it in one bracket, and then I have 2 identical things, so I'll keep one of them, and this is the equation. Now either 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is 2x is equal to, this becomes positive 3, x is equal to 3 upon 2. Then here x is equal to negative 2. Clear? Pretty simple. So this finishes part number 2. Let's move to part number 3 of this exercise. These questions are pretty simple, but you just need to you need to understand that this particular method, you might have done it earlier as well in your previous classes, but you might have forgotten it. So just remember this. This is the method we have to follow. Now what is the third part? It says 2x squared, then we have minus x, and then 1 upon 8 equals to 0, right? So in this particular question, we have a denominator here. So let's try and take this denominator off. How we do that? Let's take the LCM. So we have 8 as LCM. 8 multiplied by 2 is 16x squared. Then it is 8x, then 1 equals to 0. So what do we have now? We have 16x squared minus 8x plus 1 equals to, this 8 goes this side, it's in division, it goes there as multiplication, so it is 0. So this is our equation now. Now we have to split this term by the method of factorization. So what are we going to do? We are going to split this term. 16 multiplied by 1 is 16. So what we require two terms. The multiply should be 16 and the addition or subtraction, it has to be 8, that too minus 8. So now what I will write, I'll write 16x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. If you see clearly, it's 4 multiplied by 4, it is 16. Then both the terms are negative, so they have to be added. So we will add them and we will get minus 8. So now let's take the things common. So I have 4x common here, so it is 4x minus 1. And this thing, I don't have anything common. So if we don't have anything common, we can take 1 as common. So that is 4x minus 1. So always remember, whenever you are doing this step, once you are done with this step, check whether this becomes this. So this is very important. So here the brackets are same. So now 4x minus 1, again 4x minus 1. Because we have a 4x minus 1 here and 4x minus 1 in the brackets as well. So we'll say either 4x minus 1 is equal to 0 or again 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So if we just solve this, this is 4x minus 1 equals to 0. So it is 4x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 by 4. Similarly, we have the same equation again. So that also becomes 1 upon 4. Right? So this is part number 3. And now we'll move to part number 4 of this question. So now let's see the part number 4. I hope by now you are clear with factorization and splitting method. So let's see what is part number 4 here. So the part 4 here, it says 100x squared. Then we have minus 20x and then 1 is equal to 0. So what we are going to do? By the method of factorization, what we are supposed to get? First of all, 100 multiplied by 1 is 100. So we need 100 as multiplication and then we need 20 either addition or subtraction. So now let's see. It's 100x squared minus 10x plus 1 equals to 0. So see what I did. I bifurcated 20 into 2. Now what do I have? I have minus 10x. Both are negative, so they will be added and it becomes minus 10, that is minus 20. And then if I multiply 10 with 10, I will get 100. So I'm done here. So now what we are going to do? We are going to take common things. So let's see, I have a 10 common here, then I have an x common here. So 10 multiplied by 10, I have one more x here, then minus 1. Here we don't have anything common, so 1, then 10x minus 1. Okay, now let's keep these two in one bracket. Just this previous question, we have again the same brackets. So either 10x minus 1 is equal to 0 or 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. So 10x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 upon 10, and here also I have the same thing, so x is equal to 1 upon 10. Right? So this is question number 1, and not that difficult but very important. You will have this question in your examination as well, and make sure whenever you are given that yes, you need to follow the method of factorization, you cannot follow any other method. You have many methods, to solve this question. There are more methods to solve this question, which we will discuss very soon in the next exercises. But when it says that you have to follow the method of factorization, this is the only method what you need to follow, right? So this finishes question number 1, all the parts. So let's move to question number 2. Let's see what is question number 2 here. Now question number 2 says, okay, solve the problems of the given question number 1, statements. Okay, so we have the statements which are given earlier. So you will see in your books as well. I'll just read the question. It says John and Giovanni together have 45 marbles, right? So both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. We would like to find out how many marbles they had to start with. So this is the question, and I will just try and solve this. So what are we having? We are having 2 people, and one is John and the other one is Giovanni. So we have John and Giovanni. So let's see here. John and Giovanni together have 45 marbles. Okay. So total number of marbles is 45. Okay, so I'll say let the number of marbles with John be X and the number of marbles with Giovanni be, if we have total 45 marbles, John is having X, so Giovanni will have 45 minus X, right? So if we subtract this from 45, obviously we will get this thing. Now what does it say again? Now it says both of them lost 5 marbles each. According to question, both means John and Giovanni, they lost 5 marbles each. After losing 5 marbles each, number of marbles with John now. Previously he had X number of marbles, now he has lost 5 marbles, so it is X minus 5, and number of marbles with Giovanni now, she had 45 minus X marbles, and she also lost 5 marbles. Now what do we have? 45 minus 5 is 40 minus X. So these are the equations. Now what does it say? And the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. Again, according to question, the product of the marbles they have now, it is X minus 5, then 40 minus X. What does it say? It says it's 124. Okay, so let's try and solve this. So this is done now. Let's multiply it. It is X 40 minus X, then minus 5. 40 minus X is equal to 124. Okay, so now it becomes 40X. Then we have minus X here, minus 200, minus positive 5X is equal to 124. Okay, so now what do we have? I'll take minus X square here, then I have plus 40X plus 5X is 45X, then minus 200, and this comes here, it is 124 is equal to 0. Okay, I'll just rub a few things here. I hope you have made a note of it. So what I need is, I need this. Okay, so we will just rub this off and we'll see what happens to this equation. So now what do we have? We have minus X square plus 45X. Both are in negative, so we have to add 200 and 124. It is minus 324 equals to 0. Okay, now if I take minus common, what do we have? We have X square minus 45X plus 324 is equal to minus 0. I'll take this and this off. X squared minus 45x plus 324 is equal to 0. This is the equation which I have now, but it doesn't mean that we are done with the question. We have to solve this also by the method of factorization. So first of all, let's see what does it say. It says we would like to find how many marbles do they have. So we have to find how many marbles do they have. Now we will use the same method by the method of factorization. Okay, so factorization, this is not a small one, so we need to take the factors. So what factors we are talking about? I'll take this 324 and I will just use the factorization method. There is 2 1 6 2, then we have 2 8 1, then 3 2 6 3 3 9 3 9 20 3 7 21 3 9 3 3 3 1. So these are the factors. Now I have to find a combination here where I will get this thing and the addition or subtraction has to be this. So let's see, 9 9 for 36 and 9. All right, I got this. So if I write, so see what I did, I just took these two, so this is 3 multiplied with 3 9, and then I multiplied all these, it becomes 36. 3 into 3 9, 9 to 18, 18 to 36, so 36 multiplied by 9 becomes 324, and if I add 36 with 9 it is 45. So this is how it has to be done. So what I will do, I'll write x squared minus 9x minus 36x, and then we have 324 is equal to 0. Okay, 9 multiplied by 36 is this, and then okay. Now I'll take x as common, so what do I have? I have x minus 9 here. Then I will take 36 common, I will have x minus 9. Why? 36 multiplied by 9 is 324, which we just saw, okay, equals to 0. So now x minus 36 and x minus 9 is equal to 0. So either x minus 36 is equal to 0 or x minus 9 is equal to 0. So what do I have? I have x is equal to 36, x is equal to 9. So these are the number of marbles John and Jivanti had. So in case, if you remember, in the beginning we took John's marble as x and Jivanti's marble as 45 minus x. So I will write, if John has x marbles and Jivanti had 45 minus x marbles. So here, if I take x equal to 36, then John will have 36 marbles and Jivanti will have 45 minus 36, that is 9. Okay. Similarly, if I take this as x, so it will be John will have 9 marbles and Jivanti will have 45 minus 9, that is 36. Okay. So either of the things are correct, so you can write it like x is equal to 36 and x is equal to 9. So this finishes your another question of this question number 2, the first part. Let's move to question number 2, second part. There is another statement question, so we will just go through that as well. I hope you're liking it. It is quite easy. So let's go to the second part. What does it say? It says a cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. So there is a cottage industry, it produces certain number of toys, so we don't know how many. So we will say let the number of toys produced in a day be x. We don't know, so let's take it as x. The cost of production of each toy in rupees was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. So it says the cost of production. So if I talk about the cost of production, so it says cost of production of a toy, it says 55 minus the production of that particular day. So it is 55 minus the production of that particular day. Okay, now what does it say? Okay, so what I will say, I'll say total cost of production. So this is the cost of one tie, this is the production, so I'll multiply it. So what do I have? I have 55x minus x squared. Okay, 55x minus x squared. Now what next? What next it says? It says the total cost of production was 750. It is given that total cost of production is 750. So we have total cost of production in the equation and the actual number as well. So let's equate them. Therefore, we have 55x minus x squared is equal to 750. Anything else it says? No, it says we need to find the number of toys produced in a day. Okay, so number of toys produced in a day. So first we will just make this as a normal quadratic equation. So first I'll take minus x squared plus 55x is equal to 750. I just took this thing here. Now minus x squared plus 55x minus 750 is equal to 0. Now let's take the minus common. It says x squared, then we have minus 55x plus 750 is equal to minus 0. So let's take this and this off. What do I have? I have x squared minus 55x plus 750 equals to 0. So this is the equation what we were looking for, but still we are a long way to go, because we need to find the value of x, the cost of the number of toys produced in a day. So let's go ahead and solve this question by the same method what we used earlier, and the method is factorization. So first of all, I'll write the same equation one more time. It says x squared minus 55x plus 750 is equal to 0. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the factors of this 750. So what are the factors? Let's start with 2. So it is 2 multiplied 3 is 14, then 2 5 is 10, then 3 1, 3 2 is 6, 3 5 is 15, then 5 2 is 10, then 5 5 is 25, 5 5 5 1. So now I have these factors. So let's see, 2 multiplied with 3 6, 6 multiplied with 5 30, then 5 5 25, 30 into 25, obviously it is 750, then 30 plus 25 is 55. Wow, so this is what is required. What I'm going to do, I'll write x squared minus 30x minus 25x plus 750 equals to 0. So as you know, this has been splitted. So 30 multiplied by 25 is 750, and then 30 and 25 both are negative. So if we add them, obviously we'll get 55. So let's see now, what do we have? We have x here as common, so it's x minus 30, then minus 25 common, it is x minus 30 is equal to 0. Now x minus 25 is equal to 0. X minus 25 and x minus 30 is equal to 0. Now either x minus 25 is equal to 0 or x minus 30 is equal to 0. So we have x equal to 25 and x equal to 30. So these are the two answers. Now this and this can be either of the answer, can be the answers. So you have to just see in the beginning we took the total cost of production as X, so it can be this and this as well. So this finishes question number second part. Now we have question number 3. Let's move to question number 3. And the question number 3, what does it say? It says find the two numbers whose sum is 27 and the product is 182. So we have to find two numbers. We are talking about two numbers whose sum we need to add. If we add them, it has to be 27, and if we multiply them, it has to be 182. So let's take the numbers first. I'll say let the first number be X and the second number be 27 minus X. Okay, so these are the two numbers according to question. So what does the question say? Find two numbers whose sum is 27. So and their product is 182. So X multiplied by 27 minus X, it has to be 182. Now it is 27x minus x squared is equal to 182. I'll take minus x squared, then it is plus 27x is equal to 182 minus x squared plus 27x minus 182 is equal to 0. Let's take minus common. It is x squared minus 27x plus 182 equals to minus 0. Now minus minus gone. We have x squared minus 27x plus 182 equals to 0. This is the equation. Now we will follow the same method. There is only one thing what we have to, we have to find the numbers, so we will just use the factorization method. So 182, it is 2 9, then we have 2 9 to 1, then 7 7 1 7 3, then 13 1 14 13. All right, so what I will do, I'll use by the method of factorization. What I'll do, I'll just split the middle term, x squared minus, what do we have? We have 14 and 13. 14x minus 13x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now let's take x common. It is x minus 14, then 13 common, x minus 14 is equal to 0. Now let me rub this off, and now we'll just solve it here. So it's x minus 13 and x minus 14 equals to 0. So what do we have now? We have either x minus 13 is equal to 0 or x minus 14 is equal to 0. So it is x is equal to 13 and x is equal to 14. So these were the two numbers which were required. So very important question, by the way, guys. So this question is a favorite question of your board exam. So you need to understand this question, and this is quite simple. This is not that difficult. So I hope you are done with this as well. In case if you have any doubts, you can definitely comment me. You can feel free to comment me if there are any doubts. All right. So do watch all the questions and try to solve them as well, so that you are good enough to solve these questions. Again, now the next question is a pretty important and a very important question. It says the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. So if we have a triangle here, it says obviously altitude, so the right angle triangle has to be there. It says the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeters less than its base. What I'll write it, I'll say let the base of the triangle be x. So let's keep this x. Now what does it say? It says the altitude of the right triangle is 7 centimeter less. Therefore, altitude of triangle, it is 7 centimeters less than its base, so it is x minus 7. Anything else given? Yes, there is one more thing given. Also, hypotenuse of the triangle is equal to 13 centimeters, if I am correct. Yes, that is 13. Now, what are we supposed to find? Find the other two sides. So we have been given this side, so we need to find these two sides. So you guys must be familiar with hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. That is Pythagoras Theorem. So that's what we are going to use here. So I'll say using Pythagoras Theorem, which says hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So hypotenuse is the longest side of the triangle. It is 13 square. Then we have base, that is x square. Then we have perpendicular, that is x minus 7 square. Now 13 multiplied with 13 is 169. Then we have x square. This is a minus b whole square, that is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so it is 169. Then we have x square, again x square, 49, and then 14x. 169, this is twice x square plus 49 minus 14x. Okay, or I will write 2x square minus 14x plus 49 is equal to 169. Now I'll write 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 is equal to 0. Now 169 minus 49 is 120. So what do I have? I have 2x squared minus 14x minus 120 equals to 0. So now I have an equation. This equation has to be solved. So this thing is done. I'll just take this off and I'll take the same equation one more time. So the equation is 2x squared minus 14x minus 120 equals to 0. If I can see here, it's pretty much clear that there is a 2 which can be taken as common here. So it's x squared minus 7x minus 60 equals to, I can write 2 multiplied by 0, because 2 multiplied by 0 is again 0. So I will take this and this off. Now what do I have? I have x squared minus 7x minus 60 equals to 0. We can take the factors of 60. So what do we have? We have, okay, I'll say 12x minus 5x minus 60 equals to 0. This thing, obviously, you can take the factors of 60, you will get this. So 12 multiplied by 5 is 60. 12 both, okay, so we can put it as this. 12 minus 12 plus 5 is 7. So let's take x common. It is x minus 12. Then 5 common, x minus 12. Now x plus 5, x minus 12 equals to 0. What I will write? I'll write either x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x minus 12 is equal to 0. So x is minus 5 and here x is 12. Now there is something which we need to understand, and we need to use our common sense. We have two values of x, wherein first value is negative and the second value is positive. We know it for a fact that yes, the value can never be negative here. Why? Because we are talking about the measurement, we are talking about the length. So length can never be negative, so we will reject this as the sides can't be negative. So in that case, our answer is x is equal to 12. So if you remember, base was x, that means 12. And then our altitude was x minus 7, it means 12 minus 7, that is 5. I hope this is clear to you guys. Wonderful. So just make sure that this question is also thoroughly done by you, because this question is again very important. So let's move to question number 5. I think that's the next question. So what is question number 5? Let me see. Okay, so question number 5, quite a big one. What does it say? It says a cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. We don't know what are the articles and how many are those. So what we will do, let the number of articles produced in a day be X. Okay, so this is what we can do. After that, what it says, it was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced in that day. 3 more than twice the number of articles. So production of one day, it says 3 more than twice the production. Okay, so what is the total production then? Total production will be this multiplied by this, x 3 plus 2x. What do we have? We have 3x plus 2x cubed. Okay, now what else it says? If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, so we have 90 rupees, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. So we need to find the number of articles produced and cost. So again, total production given is rupees 90. So we will just equate these two. So it means 2x square plus 3x is equal to 90. What does that mean? 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is equal to 0. So this is my equation. I cannot take anything common here. So this is how it has to be. So anything else given? Nothing else given. So this is what has been given. Okay. So now let's use the method of factorization. What are we supposed to do? We are supposed to split this term. So in this case we need 180. So it is 180, and then 190 multiplied by 2 is 180, and then what we are supposed to get? We are supposed to get 3. So 180, 290, 245, 315, 3 5, and then 5 1. So let's see, 2 to 4 12 15. Okay, so I'll write 2x square plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 is equal to 0. So here and here, what are we supposed to do? I can take x common. So what do I have? I have 2x plus 15. Here I can take 6, 15 into 6, 6 5 30, 6 1 6 7 and 9. So what I'm going to take? I'm going to take 6 common here. So what do I have? I have 2x plus 15, 6 is 90. So 6 multiplied by 15 is 90. Okay, so we have to match these two. So now what do I have? I have x minus 6 and 2x plus 15 equals to 0. So I'm just shifting this side. Now what do I have? I have x minus 6. So I will say either x minus 6 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. So x is 6, and then 2x is equal to minus 15. X is equal to minus 15 upon 2. Here also the other thing is negative, so obviously this will be rejected. So what do we have? the cost of production which we were talking about, that is x equals to 6. Now one more thing it was asking find the number of articles produced. So articles produced in a day, so that is 6, and then it says produce and the cost of each article. So the cost of each article, that's also important, we have to tell. So the cost of each article, if you see, it is 3 plus 2x, so 3 plus 2x is 6, that is 3 plus 12, that is rupees 15. So this is rupees 6 and this is rupees 15. So these are the two answers. I hope you are clear with this question as well, and the rest of the questions what we did. So this finishes this particular exercise, and this was a very easy and interesting exercise. Please go through all the questions of this particular exercise and make sure if you have any doubts, do not hesitate to let me know. You can definitely reach me and I will definitely get back to you on that. I promise you that. So make sure you go through all these things and make sure you subscribe to our channel. That is very much important, because if you make us grow, we will be motivated to do more videos for you. So we are helping you, you need to help us as well. So thank you so much. This is me signing off for today. I will see you in the next one. Take care.